Hey guys, welcome to another WYS by Adam Lash. Today I want to review the brand new Wi-Fi 6 router, the Dlink AX1800 Mesh Wi-Fi 6 router. I was so excited about getting my hands on one of these Wi-Fi 6 routers, and I wanted to see for myself what the fuss was all about. Of course, for those of you that don't understand what I'm talking about, Wi-Fi 6 is the new standard for Wi-Fi. It replaces Wi-Fi AC. So this is AX, and let's have a little refresher on this subject. So with a Wi-Fi 6 router, you have better range, faster speeds, and more connected devices than Wi-Fi AC, which is Wi-Fi 5. And it's made for smart homes, and it's next generation speeds. And it's also really good for your battery life because of something called target wake time. And that enhances your battery life and it reduces your battery consumption. Let's go ahead and test the new Dlink. I don't know how to say this thing. EXO? I think it's EXO AX, next generation AX1800 Mesh Wi-Fi 6 router. And by the way, this is a mesh Wi-Fi, and a mesh Wi-Fi enables you to connect more of these routers and somehow form a mesh network in your house. And it's backwards compatible. It's made for smart homes. And without further ado, let's go ahead and test the Dlink AX1800 Wi-Fi 6 mesh router. All right, before we start unboxing this thing, let's have a look at some of the options here. Let's have a look at what it says here in the back. So it says that it's got exceptional capacity, up to 4x greater capacity than 11AC, of course, so more devices can connect at once. Next generation speed and range, so that means you can get speeds up to 38% faster than the equivalent 11AC for better 4K streaming, gaming, and downloading. And it says here that it's made for smart homes, of course. Up to 4 simultaneous streams deliver data to more devices with less latency. That's great news for gamers. And finally, unprecedented efficiency. Target wake time, TWT, helps reduce battery consumption for smart home devices. And that is one of the features for Wi-Fi 6, which is TWT, target wake time efficiency. It's got the latest 128-bit industry standard Wi-Fi encryption, voice control with Google Assistant and Alexa. You can test the internet with the built-in test powered by Ookla, of course. And you've got Smart Connect, so with just one network name, devices will automatically be directed to the optimum wireless band to ensure best performance. But I'd rather prefer manual selection between 2.4 and 5 gigahertz bands. This is a new feature of Wi-Fi 6, which is OFDMA. OFDMA combines multiple small packets in a single packet, so multiple devices can receive data simultaneously. OFDMA improves efficiency, reduces bottlenecks, and improves throughput by allowing simultaneous communication, so you get a faster, more efficient network. Okay, we're going to test all of these things here. So let's go ahead and unbox this beautiful Wi-Fi router. So the first thing I can notice is this biodegradable packaging. I like that. Okay, you got the warranty and safety information. That's the warranty card. Quick installation. Then you've got the package contents. This tells you what is included. So what you have is the Wi-Fi 6 router, a power adapter, an Ethernet cable, quick installation guide, and the quick installation card. So that's the power brick. Okay. And this, okay, that's part of the power brick. So this is the power brick. It's pretty neat. Oh yeah, nice. So check this out, man. I haven't seen this before with different devices. I mean, I've seen this with my Mac. The Mac has this ability to change it according to your region, but I haven't seen this with other devices, especially routers. I mean, that's pretty cool. For this region, I'm going to need this 3-prong adapter. So this is going to be, this is our beautiful Wi-Fi 6 router. Check this out, man. Wow, this thing is amazing. Let me pull up all the antennas. Wow, look at this, man. It looks pretty neat. I mean, It looks pretty futuristic. Check this out, these big thick antennas, they're very easy to manipulate like this. Let's have a look at the connections from the back. So you've got the internet cable here and all the other ones here. You got the Ethernet port, the main internet cable here. You got these here, power, reset, standard stuff. Okay. The installation for this Dlink router is extremely simple. You can finish this in about 5 to 10 minutes, and I just love the way this thing works. It's very simple. So this is the interface. It has a built-in internet speed test, so you can test it from here, or you can just go to Ookla and test it yourself. And if I press that, so that's the Wi-Fi router right there. If I tap that, this is the main menu that you get. So you've got Wizard, Wi-Fi, Internet, Guest Wi-Fi, Clients, Parental Control, Management, and Cloud Service. If you tap Wi-Fi, this is going to show you your 2.4 and 5G bands, and you can see all the settings relevant to each. And by the way, there's a nice feature with this, is that you can set this Wi-Fi to work at specific timings. So if you want the Wi-Fi to automatically switch off during certain times, you can do that here. If you tap Internet, it's going to show you some options for IPv4 and VLAN. So if you know what you're doing, you can tap that. These are a little bit technical. If you want to set up a guest Wi-Fi, you can tap that. These are all the clients that are using the Wi-Fi connection right now. These are parental controls. So if you want to add some parental controls to your Wi-Fi, you can create a profile, and it allows you to easily manage the connected devices with just a few taps. Management gives you more options here. For example, the admin user password, time, system, LED, device name, and all of that. And cloud service, you can also control your Wi-Fi with Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant. So you can tell them, for example, you could tell your Google Assistant to reboot the Wi-Fi, for example, or to send you the Wi-Fi password. And all of that is done by connecting it to the cloud service. And the Wizard option here allows you, of course, to set it up. So overall, the app is excellent. I like how easy it is to set up your Wi-Fi. Alright guys, now I'm going to use Wi-Fi Analyzer to test the Wi-Fi health. And let's see, there's the Wi-Fi router sitting right there. And it's far away from me by about 5 meters. It's 5 meters away from me. And here is Wi-Fi Analyzer. You can see this here. I love this program, by the way. It's just really good, and I think everyone should have this program to test their Wi-Fi signal strength and their overall Wi-Fi health. So first of all, you've got this graphic representation of your Wi-Fi strength, your signal strength. I've got 42 decibel milliwatts. And these icons over here give you an indication of your Wi-Fi health. For example, the first one here, this one, tells you the Wi-Fi symbol. It gives you how many bars your Wi-Fi has. This will be colored if it falls below the full bars. The next one is the star, and that will be colored if you have overlapping networks, and you can change that to a better channel, for example. And the globe here is colored when you don't have internet access for some reason. And finally, the shield symbol here is colored when your network connection is not secure. Which means that you don't have a proper password or a proper encryption method. So right now the circle is telling me that it's 100% and it's improved. It's a visual indicator of all of these 4 icons, these 4 symbols that you see here. It tells you if you have good reception, if you're on the best channel, if you have internet access, and if your connection is secure and protected. And if you go right here and press link speed, this is going to work if your Wi-Fi router supports speed tests. Mine does, and as you can see that it does. If you read it here, it says test internet speed, built-in internet test powered by Ookla to check your connection uplink and downlink speed. So that is supported here with link speed. And if you press that, that will give you your maximum theoretical speed. Let's see. That's going to give you your maximum speed, and that is actually correct, 1,200 megabits per second, which is precisely what is mentioned here on the Dlink box. On the description here, it says speeds up to AX 1800, 1200 megabits per second. This is for 5 gigahertz for the 5G band, and this is for the 2.4. That's 574. So that is the total speed, 574 megabits per second plus 1200 megabits per second. And that's because we are on the 5 gigahertz band right now. If you press the analyze button here, it gives you those graphs. And those graphs are really neat, and they can give you a lot of information. They can tell you which channels are more crowded and which ones are not. And this parabola gives you more information about the network that you are connected to, and you can see if you have any overlapping networks. In color, right now, I don't have any overlapping networks, but if you do, you can see them with different colors like orange, green, yellow, and all these kind of colors. And right now, the signal strength is at around, we just said that, it's at around 43 decibel milliwatts. And you can see that I'm using channel 36, and this is for the 5 gigahertz. And if I want to now change it to the 2.4 gigahertz, you're going to see the chart for that. So this is the one for the 2.4 gigahertz, and you can see that the signal strength is 40, it's around 40 decibel milliwatts, which is, oh, actually it increased now. Nice, it got better. It's, okay, it's increasing a bit. Now it's 35. It's about 35. Actually, it keeps fluctuating between 35 and 40 decibel milliwatts. And that is and you can see this is the 5 gigahertz signal strength in comparison. And right here, these are the channels. So I am right now on channel 11. By the way, I called Dlink to ask them about this, because in the beginning I wasn't getting these proper speeds. And let's see, interesting, you're getting 67 decibel milliwatts. And they advised me to use channel 11 for the 2.4 gigahertz band and channel 36 for the 5G. So if you're not getting the proper performance, try these channels. And speaking of which, you can also see this right here. This is a very useful feature in Wi-Fi Analyzer. This gives you the channel ratings, and it can tell you that all these channels, right now it doesn't really make much of a difference. I don't know why I was getting the previous results, but you can see that all of the channels here are getting excellent ratings. So it tells you which channels will work best for your band. And if I switch to 2.4, okay, rating is not available right now because, yeah, this sometimes happens. It disconnects from the Wi-Fi. But you can see all of your channels, and it will tell you, it will give you ratings for these channels. So you can select the best channel you want. These are the networks that I have right now. And if you want to learn more, you can open the tutorials. And by the way, I've left a link in the description for Wi-Fi Analyzer. It's a really useful app by Matt Hafner. I suggest you check it out. All right, guys, now in terms of router speed, I was honestly disappointed because you can see the routers right there, and this is my phone. I was disappointed because, okay, first of all, let's go ahead and test it. So I'm right next to the router. So let's see what speed we're getting. Yeah, this is the speed that I'm supposed to get, which is 570 or 580, 578. And the upload speed is around 95 or 93. Okay, so you saw the test results. You've got 578 download speed and 93.5 upload speed. Now let's see what happens when I move just a little bit away from the router, which is right here on this table. You can see now the router is right there, and I'm sitting here on the table. So let's do the test again, and let's see what speed we're going to be getting. So I'm getting 385, 383, which is not that bad. I mean, just a while ago I got 250 or 220, which was very disappointing. It's almost half the speed. Okay, upload speed is 94. So you can see there's a big variation in upload speed. If I go sit here, for example, on the sofa, so if I sit on the sofa, you can see the sofa is right in front of the Wi-Fi router there. Let's see what kind of speed we're going to be getting. All right, so let's do the test again. Let's see if we're going to get 500. Okay, good. Speed loss is just about 40 megabits per second, which is somehow acceptable. 557. And upload speed is 93. Okay. So you saw the test results right now. All right, guys, now let's do the speed test from Ookla, the famous speed test. And right now you can see I'm still sitting in the same location. There's the Wi-Fi router. And here's my laptop. My internet speed is 570 megabits per second. Let's go and see how much we're going to get. Okay. Come on, give me 570, man. Amazing. I got 573. Upload speed is about 90, so let's see if it's going to get if it's going to give me 90. Yep. Excellent. And it gave me 91.97. Amazing. And that's what you get with Wi-Fi 6. Let's do the test again on the MacBook Pro, because this is the Razer Blade. It is Wi-Fi 6 ready. This laptop has Wi-Fi 6 enabled, but this has no Wi-Fi 6. That's the MacBook Pro. Let's go ahead and test it and see if we're going to get the same results, which is 570 megabits per second. Come on, man. Give me 570. Keep going. Keep going. And I got 530.39, so that's 531, no, 530. And let's see if it's going to give me 90. Yep, they gave me 90 megabits per second for the upload speed. Let's try it one more time on the MacBook Pro and see if we're going to get the same results. Sometimes you get different results with speed tests, so let's try it one more time. And I'm getting something here. 531. All right, I'm getting the same result. 521. Okay, so there you go, guys. That's apparent with the Wi-Fi 6 adapter that this laptop has. That's where you can notice the slight difference in speed. This has the normal Wi-Fi. This is not Wi-Fi 6. That is a Wi-Fi 6 router. This is a Wi-Fi 6 laptop, so I'm getting full speed. All right, now let's talk about the pros and cons for this Wi-Fi 6 router. And let's start with the pros. So first of all, as you can see that this Wi-Fi router has 802.11ax ready, which means that it's a Wi-Fi 6 capable device. It has a very easy app and very easy installation. You can see that. Even if you don't know anything about Wi-Fi's, or you're not a technical person, it's very easy to install in just 10 minutes. It has parental controls. Maybe they're not very advanced like other Wi-Fi models out there, like other Wi-Fi routers out there, but it has a very nice scheduling option, and I like that. So that means you can schedule the Wi-Fi to work whenever you want. It has OFDMA and it has MU-MIMO technology. And OFDMA, we talked about this, and OFDMA stands for Orthogonal Frequency Division Multiple Access Technology. And we said that this is a very interesting technology that is designed for multiple devices. So you have small data packets that are destined for multiple devices, and they're transmitted together, and they don't have to queue up ever again. So that means that this is perfect for homes with bandwidth-hungry Internet of Things devices that are battling for bandwidth. This is according to Dlink, of course. And MU-MIMO technology has been there for a while, and for those of you that still don't know what that is, but this is two-way MU-MIMO. And MU-MIMO technology helps distribute the flow of data to multiple devices simultaneously. So with this Wi-Fi 6 technology, the DIR X1860 leverages the multi-user version of OFDMA and MU-MIMO for better efficiency of upstream and downstream transmissions. In the Wi-Fi 5 technology, the MU-MIMO could only operate simultaneously in downstream transmissions. So this combination greatly increases capacity, coverage, and performance in ultra-high density environments. In short, you get more efficiency and better performance for multiple devices in high density environments. If you've got a lot of things connected, that's just going to be great. The next advantage you've got is mesh capability, which means that you can connect more of these devices to create a more seamless experience in your house. And it's got better performance for your battery, so that means you can conserve energy and you can save battery life because of a function called target wake time, TWT. We said that it reduces battery consumption for connected devices. The next one is WPA3, and WPA3 is one of the security standards for encryption. So the EXO 1800AX is a device that supports the latest 128-bit encryption, and it's supposed to be the most advanced standard available in the world of Wi-Fi routers right now. Next, you've got something called BSS Coloring, and we haven't talked about this, I haven't touched upon this subject, but BSS Coloring is very interesting, and it's a feature available for Wi-Fi 6 devices. BSS Coloring refers to the ability to stop interference from other Wi-Fi signals. For example, your neighbor's Wi-Fi could be interfering with your wireless signals. They could be slowing things down. So this Wi-Fi 6 router puts an end to this Wi-Fi problem with this BSS coloring technology. So it makes the transmissions more unique. It colors them with its own code. So the result is devices can decide whether or not to transmit signals or to ignore them based on their color. The bottom line is when you have BSS coloring, this means you get less interference and less Wi-Fi slowdowns and more range. This is perfect for people who are living in apartments and they've got a lot of congested Wi-Fi networks from neighbors and other devices. So BSS coloring can help with the interference and slowdowns. And of course, one of the most important pros for this device is its affordable price. It's just about $110, or I actually bought this for $399 AED, so it's very affordable and it's very pocket friendly. The next advantage is Alexa and Google Assistant. So this device works with the Google Assistant and Alexa. So that means you can ask it to turn on or off your guest Wi-Fi. You can ask for your guest Wi-Fi credentials. You can reboot your router, or you can update your firmware. You can do all of these things hands-free by using voice commands. Just speak the words that you want to your Google Assistant or Alexa, and the router does all of that. I think that's a neat feature. It's one of the advantages. And finally, it's got auto update checks. So you don't have to worry about constantly updating your Wi-Fi router to have the latest updates, security updates and performance updates and all these things. It can do it automatically, hassle-free. You don't have to intervene. And now guys, let's talk a little bit about the cons for this device. So the disadvantages that I noticed, the most important one is the mixed performance that I got for 5G and 2.4G. I tested this against my older DIR 822, and my DIR 822 was giving me more consistent performance. But that was before I called Dlink and they advised me to change the manual, the channel setup. So I changed the channel from auto to 11 for the 2.4G and to 36 for the 5G, which brings me to my next disadvantage. This device may require manual channel setup to get the best performance. But to be fair, I mean, that could be done to any Wi-Fi router. But I was a little bit disappointed because the average person will not know how to do this. Maybe this does not apply to everyone. Maybe it was just a special case for me. But anyway, I thought that this was somehow a disadvantage. But now I am getting proper performance. I'm getting the consistent performance that I was looking for. And I think Wi-Fi Analyzer can help a lot with this. But then again, guys, this is not necessarily applicable to everyone. Maybe the way I set up the router, maybe the house, maybe the way the house is arranged. I'm not sure what happened, but this is what happened, and it may not apply to everyone. So this disadvantage may not apply to you. The Wi-Fi router, the Wi-Fi 6 router should work. It should give you consistent performance. It should give you fast, reliable speeds with less interference and better range. Because when I told this problem to Dlink, they said that this is some sort of abnormal behavior. It should give you better performance than this. But keep in mind that this is an AX 1800. So the combined speeds for both 2.4 and 5G should give you 1800. But for the 5G, you should get at least 1200 if you have many more connected devices, if you want faster speeds than that, then 1200 for 5G and 500 for the 2.4G, then maybe you should go for the DIR X5460. So you're getting 5460, or even the DIR X6060, which is the most advanced Wi-Fi 6 router that Dlink has to offer. And the final disadvantage, guys, is the fact that this device does not have a USB port. So if you have a printer, if you have an external hard drive that you want to connect to this network, it's not going to work because it does not have a USB printer. As long as your printer can connect wirelessly, then you have no problem. Otherwise, it doesn't have a USB port, and maybe that's not a big deal for you. It's not a big deal for me. I don't think it should be a big deal unless you have a printer or an external hard drive and you want to connect those to your Wi-Fi router. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you like this video, give it a like. And if you really like this video, subscribe to my channel. Thank you and have a great day.